Egypt is essentially a big desert, with the exception of Nile. As the Nile flows in from East African drainage basin, it brings life to the desert. This breath of life blossomed into a unique civilization. Around 2600 BC, the Egyptian civilization matured to construct pyramids. The pyramids of Giza remained the highest man-made structure till 1889, the year in which the Eiffel Tower was constructed. Obsessed with afterlife, the Egyptians perfected the art of mummification and preserved them in pyramids. A boat ride on Nile presents an opportunity to learn more about Egypt.
Cross the bow! Cross the bow! Hold the gun out!
In 1906, a barrage was built at Isna to control the flooding of Nile. This was reconstructed in 1978. There are locks to cross the barrage. The two lock gates of the channel, operated in sequence, change the water level in the channel for the smooth sailing of the boat. The boat ascends or descends a height of 20 feet. On the banks of Nile, there are temples. The Kom Ombo temple at the Old City of Gold is unique. It records the advancement of science in Egyptian culture. A set of surgical instruments, including scalpels, forceps, dilators, etc., is carved on a portion of a wall. The Egyptian calendar was advanced. The year was divided into 3 seasons based on the state of agriculture: flooding of Nile, plantation, and harvesting. Each season had 4 months of 30 days, and each month had 3 weeks of 10 days. At the end of harvest season, there were 5 days of festivity, which were not part of any month. All the settlements are along the Nile and its canals. The land is fertile and supports agriculture. The Nile flood control and a system of irrigation canals was possible due to the construction of Aswan Low Dam in 1898. As the Nile canals end, the desert takes over the fertile land. When the Aswan High Dam was built in 1970, some of the historical sites and temples were submerged in the rising water of Lake Nasser. The Abu Simbel temple was saved from submergence by an international effort. The temple, built by Ramses II, was dismantled and reconstructed block by block. The Aswan Dam submerged the homeland of Nubian people. They were resettled near Aswan. They operate boats on Nile and ferry tourists. The Philae temple was submerged. It was later reconstructed with great efforts. In the olden times, Egypt was attacked and conquered by Persians, Greeks, and Romans in succession. But they adopted Egyptian gods and merged with the Egyptian culture. At Philae, the influence of Greco-Roman architecture is clearly seen. The temple was later used as a Coptic church. The early Christians have carved the Coptic cross on the Palion walls. They also defaced some of the carvings. By the time Islam arrived in Egypt, the old Egyptian civilization was in ruins. Today, Egypt is an Islamic country with beautiful mosques dotting the landscape. The 14th century Abu al-Haggag Mosque was built right into the Temple of Luxor. Muhammad Ali Mosque in Cairo is a replica of Yeni Mosque in Istanbul. The Ottoman-style mosque was built in 1830.
الشمس والقمر بحسبان.
With a population of 17 million, Cairo is the largest city in Africa and Arab world. It is one of the densely populated cities of the world. Near Alexandria, the Nile flows into Mediterranean Sea in many branches, forming the most fertile deltas. This is the food basket of Egypt. Alexandria is the second largest city in Egypt. Most of the old city, founded by Alexander, lies under the present city of Alexandria. In 1960, the Roman amphitheater was uncovered. The surrounding excavation indicates the extent of glory of the old city. The Kutube fort, built by Mameluke in 1480, stands at the site of the world's first lighthouse, the famous lighthouse of Alexandria. A new library is constructed, reminding Alexandria's famous library where Archimedes, the great mathematician, studied. Because of the wealth of historical monuments dating back to 4,000 years, Egypt attracts thousands of tourists. In fact, tourism is the major component of economy and employment.
May the evening soothe and welcome you, O travelers from Upper Egypt.
You will travel no further because you are come. Here, you are at the beginning of time.
Here was conceived and lived the great week of the creation of the world and the separation of the earth from the waters. You are at the house of the Father.
Egypt is trying to develop the Red Sea beaches into a major tourist attraction. At Sukna near Suez, one can see the mindless development activities. One finds the ghost townships and resorts waiting for the tourism boom. Egypt's journey into 21st century is set into many issues. There is a strong resentment with the present government, and the hope of real democracy is fading. The low growth rate, rising cost of living, Egypt's relationship with the rest of Arab world and Israel, the rise of Islamic Brotherhood are some of the issues faced by Egypt. The Nile has witnessed many dynasties rise and fall, a succession of invaders and natural calamities. The serenity of Nile is not disturbed.